Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial, and today is my favorite topic because it deals with advertising. So it's my favorite topic today. I'm going to talk to you about the advertising that political parties are presenting to you, the advertising that they are now publicizing. Okay, let's look at these advertising. Let's analyze this advertising and let's talk about it. Let's get right into the show. Before I show you advertising, let me tell you. You see, advertising is about two very important things. Advertising is normally made after studying consumer insight. What is the consumer thinking is one of the most important questions that an advertising man will ask before he or she puts pen to paper. The second thing is, what is it that I as a brand offer my consumer is what advertising is all about. It is all about what I offer my consumer, my unique selling proposition or USP, or my brand offer, as you may want to put a jargon to it, then you call it a brand offer. What is my brand offer to my consumer is what an advertising man will always think. And that is what will reflect in advertising. And that's what good advertising is all about. Okay. Now let us get into advertising that Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress made to lure you to vote for them. Let us start, as always, with Bharatiya Janata Party. This is Bharatiya Janata Party ad. Just look at it.
ये सब आपके रिश्तेदार हैं?
बिजनेस पार्टनर है जी। ये दीदी बंगाल में बिजनेस संभालती हैं, वो चाचा बिहार में, ये यूपी में, ये मुंबई में और ये चेन्नई में, और इन्होंने हाल ही में खोली है दुकान दिल्ली में। पूरे देश में बिजनेस फैला है जी, सब कमाते हैं और मेरी बात तो खाते हैं।
ये इंडियन चीज है, चाइनीज नहीं।
दूल्हे तो आप ही हो ना?
और कौन होगा जी? देखिए, दादी का दिया हुआ सब कुछ है, सरनेम है, दौलत है, शोहरत है, इज्जत है, मतलब मिल जाएगी शादी के बाद जी।
हेलो, दूल्हा कौन होगा ये डिसाइड नहीं हुआ है अब तक। दूल्हा हम बनेंगे, इज्जत की कोई कमी नहीं है।
ए भाई, तुम तो रहने ही दो, हमारी दुकान इनसे काफी बड़ी है। दूल्हा तो हम ही बनेंगे, है ना पापा?
पापा, पापा।
सब बुर्बक, इसको तो हम बिहार में दूल्हा बना देंगे, लेकिन यहाँ पे दूल्हा हम ही बनेंगे।
ओ काका, सारी शादियाँ क्या आपके ही घर में होगी क्या? और हम क्या यहाँ यूं ही दुकान खोल के बैठे हैं क्या?
ओ भाई, पिछली बार भी किसी दूसरे की बारात पे दूल्हा बन गए थे आप। इस बार आपकी दुकान भी आपके नाम से नहीं है।
अरे रुको 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 रुको, इसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे।
ओ दादा, दूल्हा तो इनके मैनेजर ही बनेगी।
हाँ, दूल्हा तो छोटे बाबा ही बनेंगे।
क्या? It's absolutely right.
One second, why not me?
वही बोल रहा हूँ, हम क्यों नहीं बन सकते? ये दूल्हा नहीं, दूल्हा हम बनेंगे।
आणि माझं काय? मैं बनूंगा दूल्हा।
अरे दूल्हा मैं बनूंगा।
घर का टेंशन मत लो अंकल, शादी के बाद तो घर हमारा ही होगा ना।
आपको लगता है ये अपने बीच दूल्हा चुन सकते हैं? तो प्रधानमंत्री कैसे चुनेंगे? खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, अब की बार 400 पार।
So, this ad is tackily comical. Tackily comical. I don't consider this to be humongously comical or hilarious and all that. No. It is tackily comical. It assumes that the consumer insight is who will become the next prime minister. It doesn't assume that the consumer already thinks that Modi will become the prime minister. In fact, the ad says no. The confusion amongst the people is that who will become the next prime minister if they vote for India. So the ad says that Babare, you vote for me not because I am good. You vote for me because if you vote for India, no, you don't know who is going to be the Prime Minister. That is what this ad says, isn't it? So this ad already concedes to the fact that, you know what, I am Tina. There is no alternative, therefore I exist. If there was a good alternative, possibly I wouldn't have existed. Isn't it fact? So the ad is based on this consumer insight. That is the first thing. The second thing is when you directly take on competition, an intelligent advertiser will guard his turf, which means he will see to it that he doesn't make an ad, make a statement where the competition can come and give a befitting rhetoric. A competition can come and decimate his ad. You know, he will ensure that doesn't happen. So he will not leave all those doors open. He will ensure that when if he is making a statement against the competition, he'll tightly close all that door so that he cannot be a rhetoric that finishes him off. But in this advertising, while Congress will give rhetoric or not, I don't know. But in this advertising, if I was given this advertising and I was to work for Congress or TMC or whoever, and I was asked to do a rhetoric for this ad actually doesn't need another advertising. He is talking about Dulha Kaun Banega. BJP is talking about Dulha Kaun Banega. You see the most talked about character, most talked about characteristic of our good Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, is that he loves the camera. He loves the camera. Dekho, what you see here. Every time somebody comes between him and the camera, he pushes that person out. तो दूल्हा कौन बनना चाह रहा है? दूल्हा कौन बनना चाह रहा है? Who is visibly seen as somebody who wants to be in the limelight, wants to be in the presence of the people. तो ये दूल्हा कौन बनना चाह रहा है? Isn't that a rhetoric for the ad itself? Aren't these pictures itself the rhetoric to the ads? So while it is made, like I told you, very tackily, it is comical, but in a very tacky format. It offers nothing to the consumers. It offers nothing to you. There is no brand offer. ठीक है. चलो, let us come to Congress ad. This is Congress ad.
हंस रहे हो? अगर यही लोग फिर से एक बार आ गए ना, बस घी के डिब्बे पे रोटियां लगा लगा कर खाओगे और अच्छे दिनों की आस में आंसू बहाओगे।
What are you saying? What are you saying? That it is so expensive that, ghee, you can't take ghee, you just use the... What are you saying? Is this the insight that you are actually working on? Is this the insight that you would want the people to change and say, oh, अरे हाँ, मैं कल तक घी के डब्बे से खा रहा था, अभी now I will vote for Congress and I will get ghee. Is it that what you are expecting from this ad? What exactly are you talking about? Is this the big idea? Is this the consumer offer? I mean, this is one of the most cliched idea I have ever seen in the recent past. Again, trying to be tackily comical. tackily comical. When there is no idea, then you have such ideas. This is the result of no idea. No idea. And that's how I will put this. Like I told you, the insight is that everything is humongously expensive. But the way that you've delivered and manifested the insight, is this how you show inflation? Is this how you show that I can't afford 2 square meals? This is how you show it. And this is what you want the consumer to have a social behavioral change, go away from one political party and join your political party, or vote for your political party. You're expecting a SBC, social behavioral change, from this advertising? Think about it. Think about it. Now, let me ask you the rhetoric part of it. Like I said, you should close all windows and doors so that your competitor doesn't come and ram you in. The simple question is what? Ghee ki nadiyan beh rahi thi during UPA times? Is the question I would ask if I were to be putting a rhetoric ad. Kya ghee ki nadiyan beh rahi thi? What are you talking about? Tum kaun se ghee baat rahe ho yaar? So the point is, very, very tacky ad, and ads which are absolutely offering consumer nothing. Now I want to show you some ads from, say, United States. Just have a look at it.
Over the next 4 months, you have a choice to make. Not just between 2 political parties, or even 2 people. It's a choice between 2 very different plans for our country. Governor Romney's plan would cut taxes for the folks at the very top, roll back regulations on big banks, and he says that if we do, our economy will grow and everyone will benefit. But you know what? We tried that top-down approach. It's what caused the mess in the first place. I believe the only way to create an economy built to last is to strengthen the middle class, asking the wealthy to pay a little more so we can pay down our debt in a balanced way, so that we can afford to invest in education, manufacturing, and homegrown American energy for good middle-class jobs. Sometimes politics can seem very small, but the choice you face, it couldn't be bigger. I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
I believe America's at a genuine inflection point. One of the moments that changes everything. And Americans are going to have to choose. Will we be a country that moves forward or backward?
So help you God. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
We've come a long way. A record number of Americans are working, 10 million since I came to office. Our schools are open, and more than 220 million Americans vaccinated. A big reason for all this is the American Rescue Plan that I signed into law shortly after I took office. That plan took America from economic crisis to economic recovery. And not a single Republican, not one single one, voted for it. But we never gave up, and we're delivering for the American people now. We also passed the once-in-a-generation investments in our nation's roads, highways, bridges, railroads, ports, airports, the biggest investment in America since President Eisenhower's Interstate Highway Act. We passed the CHIPS and Science Act, a groundbreaking law. We're going to once again manufacture semiconductors which we invented that power everything in our lives right here in America. We took on the NRA and we beat them. We just passed the first significant gun safety legislation in 30 years in this country. The PAC Act, to take care of those veterans who are exposed to those burn pits. The Historic Inflation Reduction Act. It's a big deal. Some might even say it's a BFD. Medicare now has the power to negotiate for lower prescription drug prices. We created more than 1 million jobs, and it will help us triple our solar power, unleash American manufacturing to own the global market in electric cars. The days of billion-dollar companies paying zero are over. Thanks to our historic deficit reduction, we can afford to cancel $10,000 in student debt for tens of millions of Americans. Look, every election is a choice. The alternative to the Democrats are the MAGA Republicans. In red states after red state, there's a race to pass the most restrictive abortion limitations imaginable. But these MAGA Republicans won't stop there. They want a national ban. They want to pass a legislative national ban in the Congress. And I don't believe we will. The MAGA Republicans have awakened to the powerful force in America. the women of this nation. These guys never stop. And we're never going to stop either. This fall, there'll be a choice between these two visions. And we, the people, will still determine the destiny of America. If we, the people, stand together, we will prevail as we, the people.
You know, why these ads are good? Because Obama takes his voters seriously. He talks about growth. He talks about trade. He talks about foreign policies. He talks about what he intends to do. Biden takes his job seriously. He talks about what he intends to do for his voters. They think that you will understand. Their voters will understand. Their voters will judge them. Their voters want to be informed, which means they believe that their voters have IQ, intelligence. That is the way they are looking at their voters. By looking at these ads which our political parties have been releasing, they look at us, the voters, as idiots. 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 Because we do not understand anything. अपने को कुछ समझता नहीं है. अपने को growth नहीं समझता है. We don't understand growth and chart and how inflation and how jobs and where education and where. हमको क्या समझता है? We are idiots. अंगूठा छाप. So, दो comical ad करा दो do some comical ad and people will say, wow, what an ad, and laugh and come and vote for you. This is how your political party views you. Again, like I say, whichever political spectrum you represent. This is what your political party thinks about you. Shame on them to treat their voters like this. Shame on them to go far, way away from the real issues and just involve us in some stupid jokes. And shame on us that they get away doing this. This is the point that I wanted to raise today. This is what I wanted to show you through my editorial. Till I see you next time, that's tomorrow at 10 p.m. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.